Hello, my name is Jacob Persons, and I'm a junior studying finance, and I'm going to be visiting Barcelona next semester. The two values I chose are equality, fairness, and competition. I chose a quarter to represent these two values as I believe that quarters represent more than just monetary value. Quarters also represent American values like equality and competition. On the front of the quarter, we can see George Washington, who symbolizes America's founding ideals that everyone is equal and has the right to compete with one another in fairness. I agree with the basis of Cole's argument that yes, all Americans are technically created equal, but I also disagree with him as there are many things set in place in society that hold back different groups of people, which is where the quarter comes into play. Although everyone has the same rights to obtain money or quarters, it is harder for certain people to do so. I do agree with how Cole talked about how social classes in America matter much less than they matter to the majority of the world. In America, you can make the best of your situation and you are not forced to stay in your own social class. At the foundation of his argument, he is correct. All Americans have the same rights and the same opportunities given by government to become whatever they want. As for his argument about competition, I almost completely agree. America has an extremely competitive culture stemming from children to adults. Everyone is taught that in order to succeed, they need to do better and outshine their peers. I think that this does create successful people, but can also be extremely stressful to many. Free enterprise ties hand in hand with my chosen object, the quarter. Like I mentioned earlier, it is often a competition to see who become the richest, most successful in society. I think that both of these values correlate with the American culture, as I think these values have made people into kind of an American mold. The majority of people are extremely competitive as well as they value equality and fairness. Our behaviors are shaped by our morals and values, which creates behavior that can be often seen as toxic and can lead to over-competitiveness, as Cole mentioned. People can form a mindset that if they're not the best, they are failing, which I don't necessarily believe is true. When it comes to these values in Barcelona, I think that equality will be seen in a different light. I think that Cole's statement that people view societal norms differently as well as social classes is likely to be true. I don't think that in Barcelona they think everyone should be treated the same, such as our values in America. The higher class or rank you are, the more likely you are to be treated better. I'm not totally sure this is true because I've never visited, but this would be my assumption. As for competition, I believe that Europe as a whole has a more relaxed viewpoint. Not everything is a challenge and you don't need to win every single thing you do. I think that a more relaxed view is taken, although there will definitely be competition in the classroom. As for societal norms, I believe that there definitely will be a more relaxed standpoint. I think that for me, there won't be as much of an issue or tension with these values, as I often feel as if Americans are a little bit too competitive. I do believe that everyone is created equal and should have the same opportunities as one another, but I don't think there will be such a big noticeable difference in Barcelona. Overall, I believe that a quarter in Barcelona may not represent the same things as a quarter represents in America. Yes, they both have monetary value and can be used by fiscal goods, but the values and norms they represent are much different. Everyone needs money to stay afloat, but I feel as if in Spain, it is not as competitive to be the richest person you could be, but more so to find happiness in places outside of money. In America, this is much different, as everybody needs to be the best they possibly can be, the richest they possibly can be, and there's competition you can see daily. It will be hard to get used to as an American. There's such stress on becoming the best possible person, and there's tons of toxicity, but I am excited for a change of scenery. I am excited to expand my own viewpoints and immerse myself in a world much different than my own. I hope that I come back from this experience with a mixture of values, some American and some Spanish. At the end of the day, you have to have your own values and norms, and this experience makes me extremely excited to do just this. Thanks for listening.